Hello everyone, this is Sam, and in today's video I want to discuss the latest drama that we had over on Guild Wars 2 Twitter, and that is the cosmetic inspection feature. So actually, I still keep up with the Guild Wars 2 news by going to Twitter, and starting about 2 days ago, a lot of people were commenting about this new feature called cosmetic inspection. Now, I know that I am a wee bit out of touch with the latest updates, so I just had to dig in and figure out what the problem was. And as a matter of fact, I had a look at the latest blog post that coincidentally came out 2 days ago, similarly at the same time as the drama, and upon reading it a little bit, you can see that there is truly nothing to get mad about. So the idea behind the whole cosmetic inspection features is to allow you, as a player, to be able to right-click another player character, look at what they're wearing and see where you can acquire the drip, as well as which dyes were used and where the dyes come from. They're from the Blackline chest, a specific kit, etc, etc. So, in my opinion, this is quite fine. However, be it on Twitter or on the Guild Wars 2 subreddit, a lot of people got mad because this meant somehow that everything they worked hard for, all the time they spent on their fashion, somehow got invalidated, as people could just simply copy and paste their hard-earned looks. Now, I can understand that you might get a little bit annoyed at people just outright copy and pasting your fashion. However, to go to the extent of calling it similar to the use of AI technology to do some art theft, now that's a little bit harsh, you know? And somehow this is where the conversation was going on Twitter, which is sadly something I cannot show right now because the people who were discussing the cosmetic inspection being quite similar to art theft actually deleted their Twitter accounts due to the backlash they got. And I think that this is an issue. We, the Guild Wars 2 community, are quite positive, and we are quite nice to people no matter what their opinions might be. Conversation is a great way to spur debate, and debate is an amazing way to sway opinions. There are good and bad opinions, but at the end of the day, that is no reason to actually go and harass someone. So now that I have said this in my intro, we should actually have a look at what the cosmetic inspection does and generally what was meant to be done alongside this update, because there is actually much more to this blog post than just the cosmetic inspection. There's actually a message from the developer team, which is very important to figure out where the team wants to go in terms of quality of life improvements. So let's have a look at the video that explains what cosmetic inspection is. So as you can see, just by right-clicking the person, they can have a look at what they are wearing. Similarly, you can see which dyes are being used, and you can right-click them to see what they are on the trading post, and it actually brings up the page where you can buy them. Similarly, you can see all of the skins that are used on the gear. Similarly, you can see all the information on the gear that is being used, skin-wise only. You cannot see what people are wearing, be it stats, be it infusions, be it, I don't know, sigils, runes, etc. And I think this is quite fine. However, that creates a huge issue. Given how much infusions can sway a look around, it would have been great to know which cosmetic infusions are being used. Hopefully, we're gonna get that in the future in another quality of life update on this feature. Going back now to the blog post, it is quite important to point out that this is not the only thing that the live team has worked on. They are doing a lot of behind the scene work, be it on the Legendary Armory, the working of weekly events, the visual effect toggle that they actually added not too long ago, specific post-processing options, etc. What they're doing might not be the big flashy thing that is like the release of a new Gemstore skin, or the release of a new Infusions, or the release of some new strike content that people can play. However, it is key to the game actually feeling homely and a nice place to go back to. Especially if you played some other MMOs that are lacking on the quality of life department, going back to Guild Wars 2 actually feels like going to spend a weekend at the spa. And as it has been pointed out by Josh Davis, they are working a lot on the engine as well. So we had, not too long ago, the shift to DirectX 11, which was a huge quality of life improvement because it actually meant we were finally getting better frame rate in the game, which was otherwise very CPU hungry in some areas before DirectX 11 got added to the game. On another note, they are working on this BC7 texture compression thing, which hopefully is gonna make textures look better in the game and improve weapon and visual effects and some environmental and creatures effects as well. Now, of course, this is not the only thing that we can look forward to, because they have made a sneak peek at the new location from the next Guild Wars 2 expansion. They said it's shipping later this year. Guild Wars 2 is turning 12 years old in August, and 12 is actually a good number, so hopefully we get the expansion around that time. Now, that's it on the update department. I want to bring back the debate. You know, like, this was a little bit of a break from the main debate, but now we can actually have a look at what people are saying on Reddit and actually try and think back to the olden times. But first, let's get into the game and see what Inspect Cosmetic does to the people around us. As you can see, I am now in the game and I am playing my amazing Ranger character. Obviously, everyone is inspecting my fashion. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect someone else's fashion instead. Remember not to click invite to party, because this might actually feel extremely weird. You know, people are going to know you're trying to look at them. So here we have someone who is at first sight wearing regular ascended armor. However, due to the green hue on the helm and the effect on the shoulders, I guess this is the one from the Triple Worm event. And it appears I am correct. So they also added, that's one huge thing they've added with this patch, they've also said where you can obtain the skins. And this also works when you look at the wardrobe. So if I go to a crafting station, look at the wardrobe, it's gonna show me exactly the same thing. You know, it's gonna tell me where I can obtain the skins. And how amazing is this, guys? This is actually great. Looking at everything, it says obtained for crafting. I mean, this is a regular ascended look. They have the, I think that's the desert rose. Yeah, that is the desert rose. And they are wearing Wineland Edge Bloom, costing 9 McHostage, and Twilight. It's a shame because you can't swap the weapons around to see how the other weapons look, you know, like that would be kind of cool, you know, like if you could actually see what's going on with that. Very important to note, it says the name of the character you're inspecting, so it's not like you can just outright take a screen of the character and pretend that this is you. No, it actually says the name of the character. People can DM the person, people can know who made the look work, right? And you can't self-inspect, it seems. Like I've attempted to self-inspect and it hasn't worked. But yeah, it also shows you the dyes that were used, so this person is quite regular in the use of dyes, and you can find them on the trading post. I assume, from an economic standpoint, that some skins and dyes might actually go up in price due to this. Just a little bit, but people are going to want to complete their wardrobes, because now we have a reason to do so. Skins were made easy to share. See, exactly the same, like it shows it to you on the trading post, you can just outright buy it. And see here, obtained from the Black Lion trading company Gemstore. This one, they don't say it yet because it's a PvE obtainable, so naturally as the game goes on and the feature progresses, they're going to show more information on how to get stuff. And see, obtained from Legendary Weapon Crafting Gen 1. They are saying which generation it is, which makes it even easier for people to figure out how to go from there into their achievement tabs. I think the feature is great, and for real, you can just literally inspect anyone around you, see what they're wearing, what they're doing. It's just great. See holographic koi, even shows you the dyes on the holographic koi. I mean, just gotta love it. Like, you can see that she's not wearing headgear. This character is definitely made for fashion. That's not made to clear the game, right? So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And once again, it does not show you the gear itself. Like, you can't see the stats, you can't see the rarity, you can't see the runes, you can't see the sigils, you can't see anything of that. So this is not a way for people to gear inspect players for open world PvE, raids, fractals, track missions, or whatever. Because this was actually a concern that people had over on Twitter. They were like, this is the start of Gear Inspect. And they started writing some fan fictions of the Guild Wars 2 forums, something like, oh my god, the commander is gonna ask me to wear proper gear first, and then they're gonna ask me to wear proper fashion because this is an extremely non-democratic commander, and they're gonna want every one of their little minions to wear the exact same gear and the exact same look, etc., to make it look like they're the little army they control. I swear to god, people go way too far with their weird elucubrations. But whatever, this feature is amazing, and it actually makes it very easy to find cool looks and get inspiration. See, Obsidian Heavy Helmet. I do not have this one. It actually looks great. I want to unlock it. I assume this is legendary because of the color of it, so that's probably the PvE or World vs. World one. But see, the other skins, some of them I own, some of them I don't, and there you go, Phalanx Warboots, obtained from the Black Lion Trading Company, Gem Store, because that's an armor set you can buy from the Gem Store. I think if you look at the Carapace armor, they already say which event you get it from, so they already started working on adding some of the PvE stuff into this new wardrobe tooltip. Here, okay, that might actually be an issue. Gallant Greatsword, it says you get it from the Black Lion Trading Company Gem Store, but I'm pretty sure that's a Black Lion ticket collection. So eventually, they would need to add a differentiation for that. But see, a lot of stuff, they just tell you where you can get it. If I look for Carapace, C-A-R, Carapace, sorry, I said Carapace, wow, so wrong. But see, obtained by completing Echoes of the Past, defeating underground modern bosses, or for purchase with bandit crests. This is just great. They tell you where to get some of the stuff. And if it is an armor specific to an armor weight, they tell you, or they tell you that you can get it in another way, which is great. This is an amazing feature, and I seriously have nothing bad to say about it. But now, what are people saying about it? Because this is the reason you clicked on this video. And as we go back onto Reddit, we can already have a lot of fun as people are speculating on what might actually happen due to the Inspect Outfit button. Expect some wild PM, I'm inspecting your fashion, and there is nothing you can do. Or, you know, some people being outright terrible and saying that they feel fashionably assaulted. I mean, this is irony, of course, but some people are saying this first degree, and this is quite horrible. Someone inspected his character outfit. I mean, this is just great. People are making good memes about it because this is what we should do. We should make good memes about it. We need for people to realize that it is a non-issue. People aren't gonna steal your looks or whatever. Can I sort by controversial so we can see if there is some good stuff in there? Make your own group, play your favorite class. Okay, you can see where that's coming from. It's a great feature, but it does slightly take away from the MMO interaction part that really can make a player's day. Well, that's the thing. If the person is AFK, they're not going to tell you what they're wearing. Yeah, that doesn't work. The thing about it is stop people from complimenting others. That's so true. That's actually very important. If I look at someone's skin and actually borrow the skin, I'm going to tell the person, hey, you look amazing. I am actually going to borrow some piece of your armor for my own look. This doesn't take anything from the player who is wearing the look. You're still going to look amazing, and you're going to have another person that also looks amazing. We don't have enough combinations in the game for everyone to be unique. You know, sometimes you just go to that friend's wedding and you're wearing the same suit as another dude. That's exactly what's happening in Guild Wars 2. There is no two people having exactly everything different. You know, like you're always going to have one piece of gear that's the same as another person, and you're going to have similar dice on it or not. Doesn't matter. Are people really care about this change? We could see everyone before, so nothing changed. It's just easier. Yeah, that is actually quite true. People are being mean in some of the comments. The only way forward is to stack the most expensive infusion skins and die you can. Okay, this is brilliant actually. People please buy infusions. I need to sell some. If someone were to compete today, would you even notice them in the sea of people walking around? That is actually so true. Alright. Let's let them cook, you know, and look at some other topics. Were you all hiding behind outfits? I swear I'm spamming inspect on everyone, and say 5 out of 10 players are using outfits. You cannot hide forever. It's out of time before you fall to your fashion. I mean, yeah, that's also one thing. Like, outfits take away from players' individuality in Guild Wars 2. If it didn't bother you before inspect, there is no issue. Maybe it's a proof that outfits are vastly underestimated. Yo! I use outfits because I'd rather pay gems once and look good and have to keep buying X-Mark charges. We get so many of them in the game, bro. I have like 2,000 of them. Oh, he's discovering legendary gear allows you not to use charges. Dope. Outfits flat out look better. That's one proper critic, to be honest. I wish we could have some specific parts of an outfit, but then it wouldn't be an outfit, right? It would just be an armor set. People literally act like before the patch was completely impossible to find out which skins outfit people were using. It was hard though. Nah, I mean, you could still do it. I mean, people build characters around the concept. Okay, we're actually going to get to that. Okay, and finally, in praise of the people gatekeeping fashion, here's my mesmer critic appreciates it. Some people were genuinely gatekeeping fashion. That's disgusting. Right click inspect still chicken right away. This is just great. Like, come on, we've got the good stuff. We've got the good stuff. Achievement idea: inspect 1,000 other players. Title: Fashion Police. Okay, I love this. Outfits. Say nobody cares. Alright, I think that's enough Reddit for us for today. And I just want to point out one thing. It's before this whole debacle and this whole non-issue around Fashion Inspect, we had websites like this one, Guild Wars 2 Style. I remember that back when I was playing actively with my IRL friends somewhere in 2013, we were all about fashion. Like the boys and I, we would stalk this website all day long, being like, alright, we need to go get that specific piece from this dungeon because it would complement my look so well. We actually bought transportation charges back then, and it was so much more expensive than today because we didn't have much gold back at release, so it took a lot of gold to get a couple gems. And if you're looking like at the latest looks, I think can we actually see latest looks, current rankings 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's just click one and see what up, so that people can realize what I mean by we had Guild Wars 2 styles. Right? I mean, look at this. People were posting their look ideas with proper backgrounds and everything. Like, this was all about proper fashion. And then they would actually say, okay, these are the pieces I am wearing and these are the dyes that I am using. I guess must be logged into vote. Can I actually see the dyes? Vintage silver, wizard's hat. See, this is literally the same thing that Gear Inspect is doing, except that with the Fashion Inspect you can actually get the dyes directly with right click. It tells you where to get the skins. But like, this is what people used to do before, and this was amazing. See, they would even write a little blurb about their characters. This is what we could have once again thanks to Gear Inspect, I mean Fashion Inspect. Except it's going to be much more easy and you don't have to fill out all the stuff onto Gear Wars 2 Style. At some point, we're going to have someone developing an API thing that's going to work with this feature and just be able to like post directly what your character looks like or output it. See, this is just great. This is going to make people happy, and that's what Guild Wars 2 is all about. Now, on the news department, we have some other things I have to talk about. We are getting new items in the gem stores, more specifically the Abyss Hunter appearance and the Unleash emote too. So that's going to be great. This is the Abyss Hunter. It actually looks good. When you glide, the wings open. Like, that's actually very well done. Once again, props to the Aaron and the team for always coming up with amazing ideas with that. And actually, I'm going to show you the Unleash emote in game. Alright, see? See, I'm already golden. I'm already super saiyan. But I can go even further beyond. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? This is peak Guild Wars 2. Like, I was born for this. Someone is sticking their golem inside me. See, this is worse than being part of the fashion police. This is ruining my immersion. Finally, alongside this whole supposedly fiasco around the cosmetic inspection feature, we have SAB coming back. So SAB is the supposedly best and worst part of the game. I spent hours on Tribulation and hate myself. But this time around, new skins, new content. Once again, just one of the best things to do in Guild Wars 2 is just to play this. You just have to go to Ratasum, the Asheron capital. Then you can just enter the Super Adventure box, have a load of fun with that, and get some of the new skins. They have some very funny retro trail effect around them, which means that maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna try to get them. And now this covers everything I wanted to talk about around the new patch and the whole debacle around cosmetic inspection feature. I wish that everyone among my viewers do not go big dumb around the issue and put forward a little bit of positivity and respect towards players who were feeling hurt about not having their fashion work the way they intended. With this said and done, I wish every single one of you some happy trading and to get rich.